Okay, I'm working on the T650 today. What I'm doing is hardwiring up our reverse camera. I got a cheap Amazon camera. I wouldn't call it cheap, 150 bucks. And I'm wiring it into the machine. Originally I had it hooked up to the battery, but it was draining the battery on the camera itself. It's wireless. And basically the battery would die overnight. So we were unhooking it and basically unplugging the monitor and the cab through the cigarette lighter, but that's not a very good long-term decision. So deciding to hardwire it in. So I got it fused and relayed, and I'm just going to show you what I did, maybe help you guys figure out what you need to do. I'm not 100% done yet, but I'm going to be lowering the cab, and I don't plan on lifting it back up. So we're going to go over it real quick. Okay, the first thing I want to start with is the trigger source. So in this case, I have it triggered with key on, so it won't be on all the time. So what I did is went down to this fuse panel here and located a fuse that was on keyed power. In this case, it was the windshield wipers. Don't come on unless it's on keyed power. So I got a fuse tap off Amazon, put both fuses in there, and I ran it through this loom out the back. And this comes out underneath, up in here. Then from there, I had to get power from the back. So I brought power up from the back in a loom here. And I ran 3 wires, power, ground, and then a power for the camera. I ran that up through here, where that will come down to a relay down in here. So when you kick the key on, the relay is powered up from the battery and grounded to the battery, and the fuse tap is going to turn the relay on, which then will power the camera. That's the blue wire coming out, goes back to the camera, up to the monitor, which I'm running right now. I got this fuse off of Amazon as well, already pre-wired. Bought a 5-pack for like $5. Heavy duty, sealed up real nice, and it came with instructions on how to wire it up. So I'm using normally off relay with positive trigger. So relay's off, trigger, it's on. I also went on Amazon. I got this miscellaneous set of fuse taps. This is the mini fuse. This is the maxi. This is the micro 2. And it comes with an assortment of fuses as well. Pretty easy. So I got the camera mounted here on the back of the door. I got some putty in there with a hole for the wiring to go through, so it's kind of isolated a little bit. Wiring comes down across the back door, and it's hooked up to the battery here. It's grounded to the battery. Here's my ground wire. This is my power to the relay. It's fused back up to the front, and you can see the harness goes up into there. You can see daylight out the front. So everything's fused on both ends up to the relay. The relay is tucked down underneath here, and for me to get power up to the cab, what I did was run power from the relay, and I actually it's already an insulated harness here. It's 2-stranded wire inside there. So I basically put a ground down there to the frame. Let's see, you can't see it. It's underneath the relay. Actually, there it is right there. It's grounded to the frame. And then I'm gonna run the positive wire up. It's running through here, and you can see it on this cab harness that goes up through there. And then I got it sneaking into the cab right here where it pops out by the seat belt. So my next step is gonna be putting the cab back down and finishing up the wiring up to the screen, which is mounted up on the ceiling. All right, for the moment of truth. Key on. Bingo. Key off. Power down. Fantastic. Great. And I see it says no signal too, so that means that the camera was off and is being powered on. No lapse of signal there. We're looking good. Got it just kind of zip tied up out of the way. It's not the prettiest thing, but you know what? That's some functionality right there.